Hi there, my name is Adrian van Breda. I'm a professor of social work and head of department at the University of Johannesburg in South Africa. I'm also a member of the INTRAC Executive Committee, and I'm the co-founder of ANCHOR, the Africa Network of Care Leaving Researchers, which aims to promote and to develop care leaving researchers and care leaving research around the continent of Africa. I've been doing research on care leaving for about 10 years now. Before that, in fact, from the beginning of my career, I've been really interested in issues around resilience, particularly how systems engage in social processes that enable them to achieve better than expected outcomes in the face or wake of adversity. And initially my work was with families and then organizations, and now for the last 10 or so years I've been working with young people leaving care. I'm the principal investigator on a longitudinal research study that's now in its 7th year on care leaving among young people in South Africa with an organization called Girls and Boys Town that provides residential care to children around the country. We engage young people into our study in the year before they leave care, and those who are willing to participate, which so far has been the vast majority, just before they leave care, we do an assessment of their resilience using a quantitative tool called the Youth Ecological Resilience Scale, which we developed specifically for the study and which has been published. We also collect data on their care history from their social worker, and we engage the young people in a qualitative interview about their readiness for leaving care and their plans for their first year out of care. After that, we try to follow them up every year thereafter, and we collected our 6-year outcome data from cohort 1 at the end of 2019. We have struggled, I must admit, with retention rates, and so we've lost quite a few of our participants. And this is part of the challenge, I guess, of doing any longitudinal research, but particularly longitudinal research in a very large country that also has very deep rural communities where young people can almost completely disappear into. So we do these outcome interviews every year, and included in that is an unstructured interview about their journey during the past year. And we also do a mixed methods tool to measure a range of independent living outcomes regarding all the usual kinds of outcomes: housing, finance, employment, health and well-being, and so on. And we've been reporting on the study in various publications over the last several years. In our most recent research, we've been looking at the contribution of the resilience predictors at disengagement that we collected through the years for these range of independent living outcomes across the first 5 years of our study, so from 1 year to 5 years out of care. And what we have found is that the most important resilience predictors for independent living outcomes are relational. They are to do with people, care leavers' relationships with people around them, including friends, role models, community, and family. And so these seem to be the most important source of resilience for young people leaving care in our research, and this confirms previous research that we have done using different methods with different groups of young people. We also found that all except one of the in-care resilience predictors were significant at promoting transitional outcomes. And these refer to a number of aspects of young people's experience of having been in care, feeling that being in care was worthwhile, feeling confident they could come back and ask for support after leaving care, and so on. And so the actual experience of being in care does seem to be an important variable for facilitating outcomes of care leavers. And what was interesting, particularly interesting, is that of the many individual or personal resilience variables that we studied, only one emerged as being significantly predictive of a range of outcome variables, and that was self-esteem. A lot of resilience studies have really focused a lot on personal resilience, but our study's been pointing far more to the social ecology of leaving care. And so I'm happy to have this opportunity to tell you a little bit about myself and the work that we're doing. If you Google my name in Google or Google Scholar, Adrian van Breda, you should be able to find most of my work quite easily. So thanks for watching this video. Cheers for now.